Welcome to Right on the Mark with your host, Mark Young. Today, we're going to be making a Blue Hawaiian. That's right, a Blue Hawaiian, not a Blue Hawaii. That's a slightly different variation, but a Blue Hawaiian. And I'll show you the difference right now. So as you look around, you see all the ingredients you need. A very, very simple drink. Once again, I always say have fun with it. Try to make it your own variation, as I do as Right on the Mark. You always want to make it with a little twist. So you got your rums, your different variations of rums. You got your blue Curacao. You got your ice. You got your jiggers. You got your garnishing stuff. You got your little umbrella. You got your cream of coconut. You're going to make this drink how it was intended to be. It was supposed to be only drunk in Hawaii. But I can tell you firsthand because I've been to Hawaii. It's been quite a few years since I've been to Hawaii, but let me tell you, it's paradise. The most wonderful place on earth. I know they say that Disney World is the most wonderful place on earth, but let me tell you, Hawaii is a close second. I mean, when I went there, the plane was landing and they were banking. The wings were banking and they're saying, take a look at paradise. You're not going to want to go home. And they were right. Nobody ever wanted to go home from Hawaii. But it's funny, you know, this drink actually was invented in Hawaii by a guy by the name of Harry Yee. Now, Harry Yee had all these concoctions up. He was challenged. He was actually approached by one of the salesmen of this blue Curacao bottle right here. He's like, make a drink with it and try to sell it to everyone you can. And good old Harry was a head bartender. I want to say he was at the Hawaiian Village Hotel back in Waikiki. And he's like, you got it. I could do it. So he came up with this Blue Hawaiian drink that's fantastic. It's out of this world. You're going to have to drink it. So let's go ahead and get started with the drink, and I'll show you how I prepare it myself. Now, there's different variations how you do it, but this is how I prepare it. First, I'm going to start with the ice. You're going to want to add a little bit of ice in here. You don't want to put too much. You just want to start with a little bit of ice. Oh, grab that running ice cube. You're going to start with your white rum. You're going to want to hit it with a jigger of white rum, or light rum as they call it. Pour that in there. Then you're going to come behind it with blue Curacao. Jigger that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah, that color already reminds me of Hawaii. You know, there were so many things to do in Hawaii. I'll get to that in a second. So now you want to get with your coconut cream. That's about 2 ounces of coconut cream in there. Kind of gives you that pineapple coconut filling that you want to be in. And here's the pineapple. So you want to put a couple ounces of this in. Couple ounces of that over there. Then you want to add a little bit more ice. Give that a little stir. Look at that beautiful color. But as I was saying, whenever I was in Hawaii, there's so many things to do. So of course we landed in Waikiki, and you know, you get greeted with the lei. Oh yeah. And, you know, everybody's saying, aloha, aloha, aloha. And you're hugging and kissing everybody there. You know, there's so many things to do over there. I mean, on the way to the hotel, you're passing like North Shore. You're passing the Bonsai Pipeline. You're passing luau's. You're passing all this stuff to get there. I mean, they're growing pineapples right there on the road. I mean, near the road is what I'm saying. But on the road is packed, and I tell you what, there's so many people there, and they're all smiling. They're all happy because they're digging it. They're loving life because they're on the island. I remember going to a luau, not to get off track, but I went to a luau one time, and they were steaming a pig underground. So they buried a pig about 6 foot underground, and they wrapped it in these cloths to keep it nice and moist. And then they put wood on it, and they buried it. And they put it there for about a day and a half. And during the luau, they uncovered it. They had about 6 or 7 Polynesians come out, and they dug the pit, and they dug the pig out of the ground. And they took it out, and then they unwrapped it, and they put it on the table, and it looked so nice. And you just went up, and you just it was like shredded beef. It tasted so good. It was so moist. It was so tasty. I mean, just from the earth of being underground, and the shrink wrap, their shroud, the wrappings they put in it, the flavors, and all the infused, I'll say, apples, pineapples, coconuts in there to make that meat so tender. And that's one of the things I remember going to Hawaii, was how they smoked that pig. You know, there's a lot of other things to do there too. I mean, come on. What's not to like about Hawaii? You're going to want to go see people surf. That's what people go to Hawaii for. You know, you can go see the USS Arizona at Pearl Harbor. You know, they'll give you a whole rendition of how that went down. You'll get to see the mountains where all the kamikaze pilots came and just attacked the United States in Pearl Harbor. You get to see the mountains of where all the Japanese planes came over. And they actually tell you that story on the way to see the USS Arizona that's out in the Pacific. Because, well, it was years ago. It was still out in the Pacific with all the men, all the sailors that were still encapsulated in that boat in the water in the Pacific that they didn't disturb. They just let the boat rest there, and that's their final resting place. And that's where all the seamen have passed away right there. So I thought that was quite interesting. And it brought me back. Every time I make this drink, it brings me back to when I go to Hawaii. So folks, if you haven't been to Hawaii, you better get there. You got to get there. But if you can't, this is the next best thing. As I say now, right on the Mark way, this looks perfect the way it is. You know, you can put your straw in it. It looks perfect the way it is, but let's turn it up a notch. The way you turn it up a notch is you grab one of my favorites, the 151 rum, and you're just going to put a little floater on top. Not too much, just enough, because there's enough alcohol in there already. So like I said, you come with your light rum, your blue, you got your Kuzan, you got your pineapple, you got your coconut. Now you're going to want to garnish it. All right. The way I garnish it is with a cherry. Now you could use any kind of fruit you want. You could use mango. You could use, I don't know, you could use pineapple. You could use like a little piece of a coconut. But I'm just going to go with a straight up maraschino cherry. And just put that right on top. Put a little juice in there. That's not going to hurt you. Put a little umbrella there. Swirl it around a couple times. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that something else? What a drink that is. A Blue Hawaiian. Going in. We're going to taste it right now. Ooh, is that good? I get a hint of pineapples. I get a hint of coconuts. All the rum. Everything you need. Woo! Bingo, baby. This will take you to the promised land, let me tell you. Stick to the program and you'll love this drink. This is all the ingredients you need to make a Blue Hawaiian. Take out your black book, take out your recipe book, whatever you think needs to be in here. You could dress it up however you want. But right on the Mark way is very simple. I do have a fully stocked bar, but this is all I need to make a great, wonderful drink that reminds me of Hawaii. And for you folks out there that's been to Hawaii, you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. But that's really it. That's fairly simple. I mean, Right on the Mark has done it again. That about wraps it up for Right on the Mark with your host, Mark Young. See you next time, folks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell.